Hello everyone and welcome back to the 3T Path channel. My name is Giridhari. And today I want to read a nice verse from the Bhagavad Gita for you to understand the power of the Gita, the way to face life's struggles. It's a great verse to help you with that. I'm going to read the Sanskrit first, then the translation, and then we can talk about the verse and how to apply it. So this is verse 38 from chapter 2, and it goes like this. Sukhaduḥkhe kṛtvā lābhālābhau jayājayau tato yuddhāya yujyasva naivaṁ pāpam avāpsyasi. Translation: treat happiness and distress, gain and loss, victory and defeat, as if they were all the same. Let this conflict be your yoga, and you will not create pāpa, sin. So this is Krishna talking to Arjuna. Of course, this is chapter 2, so a battle that Arjuna is going to have to face a great battle, literally like a huge battle, and so he's worried about it. It's scary, it's difficult, it's troublesome. So it's a big deal for Arjuna. So it's the biggest challenge Arjuna's had his whole life. And so how to face such a great event, and of course we can use this for our little battles in life too. So what is Krishna saying? First thing, the first part, very important teaching, equanimity. Krishna says, look, the way you're going to start this venture off, the way you're going to deal with this, first thing is you have to have your mind in equanimity, right frame of mind. What does that mean? That means that don't worry about the results. This is one of the key teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Bring your mind to the here and now. Let's completely focus on our action, on what we're doing now, because what's the point of having your mind drifting to the future in scary scenarios of what's going to work, or dreaming of good scenarios of things going well? What's the point of that? And it's completely useless. You're just draining away your mental energy, your focus. All that is just getting dispersed in time. So no, you bring all of yourself, completely present, totality of yourself to the action. So that means that you don't worry about happiness and distress, gain and loss, victory and defeat. Forget about these things. Don't worry about any of those things. Those things are all on the surface. They're all, just different points of view. What you want to do is you want to bring them all and treat them as the same. Equanimity. It doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Well, it doesn't matter because as a person, as an eternal person, what the Gita is teaching you is that, look, what's really important is what you're doing right now. It's your state of mind. It's not about the situation on the outside. It's not about the surface material things of having, not having, gaining, loss, got a job, got fired. Those things just come and go, Krishna says. Before this, he said, they're like the seasons. You had spring and then summer and then autumn and winter. Just come and go. That's just the way it is. Things are like that. You're never always winning. You're never always losing. Things come and go. Don't worry about it. Treat them as the same. What's important is how you are acting. What's your focus? What's your mind focusing on? How are you feeling about your actions? So we switch the focus from external results in yoga to the focus on our action, on our behavior. So what we're judging now is how well am I living my purposes? How well am I being aligned with who I am? How well am I just doing the best of me? That's what you're looking at. You're looking at your dharma behavior, and of course, bhakti, your surrender, your connection to transcendence, your state of mind, understanding that, hey, you know what? I'm not even from here. This is kind of like a dream. This is just like a video game. This is the Matrix. I'm not from here. I'm actually from a different dimension, a different reality. I'm from the spiritual reality. This is not my realm at all. This is something else here. So, actually I got here by mistake. It's kind of a dream, kind of an illusion. I'm watching a movie. You know, it's not really that important because it's not real with a capital R. This is Vedanta. This is the knowledge you get from yoga. It's like I'm actually from somewhere else, and I should be somewhere else. I'm just here kind of by mistake, really. And so I'm going to use my life to kind of just get out of here, you know, because this isn't my place. So it doesn't really matter anyway. So equanimity and focus on my action, on me doing the best of me. So then Krishna says, let this conflict be your yoga. So let my action, this whatever, the conflict, actually just anything be your yoga. Krishna will explain later in chapter 9. Every action is going to be your yoga. But certainly let this situation be my yoga. Let this situation be where I practice my connection with myself, with the divine self. Let me use this situation for that. That's what we're doing. We're using life to connect spiritually. And that's why it doesn't matter if it's gain or loss, you know, victory or defeat, because it's all about the connection that I'm maintaining with myself, with Dharma, with my purposes, with doing the best of me. That's the connection. And you can see how that's going to be equal, right? You can understand that if I'm focusing on doing my best, if I'm focusing on the divine, those things are the same. Doesn't matter, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if victory or defeat, health or sickness. If I'm focusing on these two things, I can always, no matter what the situation is, doesn't matter if you're losing, if you're winning, if you got it, if you lost it, if you made it, if you didn't. It doesn't matter. If you have your focus on doing your best, you're doing your best, right? And if you're focusing on your devotion and your bhakti and your connection with the divine, you got that too. You always have that, no matter what the situation is externally. You understand? So every struggle, again, it's actually every action, but whatever you're facing now, let that be your yoga. Let that be your spiritual practice. This is a beautiful, very important teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Let your life be your spiritual practice. You're taking care of the kids, you're cleaning the house, you're going to work, you're facing a battle, whatever, let that be your yoga. Use that situation to connect with yourself, to connect with the divine, to be the best of you, to live your dharma, to live your light, to live your purpose. Use that. And then Krishna says, then you will not create pāpa. Pāpa is a Sanskrit word for sin. You won't create, just trouble. You won't create trouble for yourself. That's what it means. You won't create these reactions, because when we're not in the state of yoga, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, then we're acting as a materialist, a karmi. Basically, either you're a yogi or you're a karmi. Those are the two terms. Yogi means you're using life to connect, you're connected, you're not hankering after results. Your mind is in the here and now. You're focused on dharma and bhakti, so therefore you will not generate any more karma. You're not generating more karma. That's karma yoga. That's a whole topic. We've done some videos on that here. So that's yoga. If you're not on that platform, Krishna says, then necessarily you're on the platform of being a karmi. And as a karmi, you will generate all kinds of karma. Some good, some bad, some mixed. But you will be generating pāpa. You will get in trouble and make trouble for yourself. All right, so that's what it is. I hope that makes sense to you. Let me know. And this translation is from the Bhagavad Gita Comes Alive by Jeffrey Armstrong. And so if you want to check that book out, go ahead. So have a rest of your day with lots of peace and lots of love. Hare Krishna.